I think a topic I do want to discuss is how I stay consistent through with like day in, day out, and how I keep up with most things. So I don't think keeping consistent is one of the easiest tasks day in, day out. For about a month straight, I posted 2 videos a day throughout the whole of March and a little bit of April, and I've slowed down now because I kind of like fell into a little mini rut during Easter, which I'm now getting out of, and like generally had to like support myself, back myself, and just take the mandatory steps to come back. And now I'm here recording videos, feeling rejuvenated as ever, and ready for more. But generally, during that month and a bit, I was pretty fucking consistent, and I am patting myself on the back because I did well, and that is a victory in my books, because in no way in the fuck did I think I was going to post 2 videos a day for the majority of March for every single day, and that is something I am really proud of, and that is a step that is the right step in the right direction. And yeah, but ways anyway, enough of the yab. Ways in you generally can stay more consistent like me is waking up in early mornings. I mean, the hardest part of your day will be getting up. So I will try waking up at 6. Today I woke up at 7 because I went to bed a little bit late yesterday. Plus my body was fucked from doing sport yesterday because it was my rest day, and I decided to do a little bit of tomfoolery and exercise. But waking up in the early mornings will generally help you. Hopefully you won't go back to sleep, because that's an issue I used to have of like waking up, go back to sleep, wake up at like 9 or 8, 8 or 9 and do whatever. But generally waking up early and starting your day off early feels really good because you're awake when nobody else is awake most of the time, unless your parents are waking up at 6 a.m. to go to work. However, generally you wake up early and then you start your day. How you should start your day is down to your morning routine. Your morning routine generally makes your day most consistent. If you have a good morning routine, a consistent morning routine, that starts with you making your bed, the rest of your day should be a constant, it should, like when you wake up, if like there's a graph, it should be like from here, which is least productive because you're still in bed, shoots up because you make your bed, and that line stays like that. Or maybe shoots up a little bit more during certain tasks. But if you have a good morning routine, a productive morning routine, then your whole day should be good. Obviously, you'll fall into like temptations throughout your day, like I want to lay in bed, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this. So for that, I try snapping out of it with what was it called? I try snapping out of it with a thing called like waking up. Sometimes you're like there on your computer being bored and shit, and then you realize, what am I doing with my life, and like what am I actually doing, and then I use that opportunity to like motivate myself to like, do I really want to fucking do it? Do I want to be a bitch today? Am I really putting enough hard work, the right thing to do for this bullshit? And then I'm like basically like fucking slapped in the face. I like get fucking back on it. So that's it's, I don't know, that might just be me, but it's also what David Goggins used as I'm reading his book, Can't Hurt Me. So yeah. And yeah, again, one thing you got to learn about consistency is you're improving every day. You're trying to be more consistent every day. So consistency is being able to show up every single day. If you show up every single day, then you are being consistent. If you're making progress in your consistency, that is also a win. If you start off if you take a regular day and your day's full of shit, and then you add a morning routine, like you make your bed, so like your productivity kind of rises, and then you do nothing all day, that's a win still because you made your bed. And the next day you make your bed and you actually gratitude journaled and made yourself a mindful breakfast. That's another win. It might plummet again a little bit because you're not quite there, but you're starting to make progress. You're starting to become consistent, and you're starting to, do more things. But typically, you want to just stick with one thing to be consistent. If you can make your bed every single day, then you can do anything every single day. You can do anything. If you can make your fucking bed, then you should be able to do everything you can. anything you can. But yeah, it generally comes from a good morning routine. Sorry, I'm just yapping a lot. But yeah, how I stay consistent is through my own consistency, as in my own technique. Everyone else will have different techniques. My technique is waking up early in the morning, making my bed, straight to the desk, straight to the fucking laboratories, checking this shit off every single day, doing my gratitude journal, doing my general journaling, meditating, reading, doing a word search. I don't know why. Well, I don't know what my obsession with a word search is. It just helps my brain. But if you are able to stay consistent with your morning routine, then you're able to do anything. So consistency comes from a good morning routine. That's something I think everyone can agree with. So consistency, consistency, consistency. I'm consistent because I have a good morning routine. Another guy's consistent because his mentality is just way better than mine. This guy's just consistency because of this. This guy's good. Everyone's different. Try having a good mindful morning routine and see if that works for you. Anyway, make sure you do the hard work and remember, small steps, great growth. I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.